today's topic, we're gonna be discussing why Pisces. I mean, wait, run that back. We're gonna say, okay, so today's title is why people say Pisces effed them over. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth that nobody admits. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there, gang. You already know we in the build done. Also want to give a shout out to all my 2-2s and my 3-3s and my 2-2-2s and my 3-3-3s and my 7-7-7s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you, and those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell notification and be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. So when it comes to why people say that Pisces effed them over, now we're going to talk about this because, yeah, Pisces tends to ruin people, see, without even touching them. Ain't that something? So we're going to talk about it now. See, the thing about it is Pisces don't screw people over the way others do. See, as soon as we do something, it's a big deal. But the problem is that a Pisces, they would do it emotionally. See, emotionally, energetically. So, and then also you add that silence on there too. So that's how Pisces will screw a person over. But let's get into the full explanation of it all. Is the fact that, see, people feel like they've been effed over, see, by Pisces, because Pisces operate on intuition plus withdrawal, see, not confrontation. So when a Pisces is done, then it's almost like the access has been removed and there's not going to be any chance or room for arguments. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, according to this, there's two types of Pisces that are involved. See, now, one type is the strategic Pisces, which is the conscious, the conscious ones. The more, anything related to the conscious mind, and Pisces having that type of mindset. So that's type 1. Now, the meaning behind this is that a strategic Pisces knows what they are doing. See, because otherwise it wouldn't be no point for being strategic in the first place. But with a Pisces that is strategic, they can pull back from a situation intentionally. See, and that's pretty much it's like a person wouldn't even know, they won't even notice it. See, welcome, Misty Love, what's going on? How are you? Say, yeah, we just karmic day. They did someone wrong, not necessarily to us, but we will throw the hammer. Facts. Welcome everybody that just walked. I say everybody that walked in. Everybody just came in. Welcome. Yeah. So when it comes to Bo Jack, you should try it, man. Let's see it. Okay. So when it comes to the example, so let's talk about how do people feel screwed over by Pisces. In the chat, you guys can go ahead and give your 2 cents on what that's like. Even if you were a Pisces, if another Pisces, effed you over some type of way, I'd like to know. Now, when it comes to, I let me check. Misty, is you? I keep getting you mixed up with Are you Christy? Because I'm just trying to figure out if you are Christy, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I know. After the live over, I'm gonna check into it, and then, like I say, I can because I see you've been here for a while. Oh, you said Misty, okay. Because I know there's a Christy as well that's been that's usually been a subscriber for a long time now. Okay, but yeah, I'll check into that, Misty, for you uh after the live or whatnot. See, field of vision. No, I ain't shutting the stream down, man. You came to the wrong place, and there ain't no shutting down going on over here. But yeah, okay, so how many of you have ever been effed over by a Pisces? See, what's going on, Catherine? Welcome. And see, I'm gonna tell you why. How do people feel screwed up? How do they feel screwed over by a Pisces? Now, the first thing is the fact when a Pisces cuts you off, I believe that's number one. That's probably the worst way that a person, feels screwed over, is that a Pisces cuts the access off. So they will do this without explanation. So if you piss a Pisces off and all of a sudden, maybe the next day where you would normally hear from them, you don't hear from them anymore, it's a done deal. Now, oh dang, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that, Misty. Said he been watching for over a year. It don't even seem that long. It don't even feel like it's been a year, but I know it's been a good 4 years since I've had the channel. Yep. Who said you good, bro? Who is that? Angel? Okay. Yeah. So the next one I have is the fact that the strategic Pisces goes silent after seeing the truth. See, so a lot of times that's how, now we talking about how people are affected. So that would be how a person would be affected. So a Pisces, anytime they find out something, it'll be better for you to fess up and just tell the Pisces the truth. If a Pisces finds out later on that, hey, you were lying, you didn't tell the whole story, and 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get effed over, okay? Screwed over, however you want to word it. Now, the next one of an example of how people get screwed over is a Pisces will simply just let you expose yourself. See, it's like if you're in the hot sun, hey, you're gonna be fully exposed to the whole thing, the whole whatever that feels like. So, it's you really gotta be careful because you don't really know when a Pisces is setting up shop for you to expose yourself. They can take, catch you off guard. You won't even see it coming. Oh, what's up, James Hudson? Welcome. Glad you could come out and make it too. Now, nah, Benjamin, this is not a reading. Unfortunately, I give Pisces intuitive, not readings, but intuitive insights. I don't do readings, so I feel like see, I feel like when you give an insight, that's like coming from your own intuition. See, and a lot of times I feel like that's more real than actually giving a reading, because you you don't know this person from Adam and you're telling them something that's actually true. Like, it's crazy. Yesterday I saw this girl and I was just playing around. Like, we crossed paths with each other, and I said, "Hey, Nunu, how you doing?" And then she said, "How do you know my name?" I was like, "Oh shit, I was just bullshit." I wasn't even like, I ain't even really know her name. It's just that I said her name and then I kind of like scared, I kind of creeped my own self out. I'm like, damn, I was just playing. And I said her real name. That's crazy. And that's not the first time that's happened. That's been like the second or third time that's happened. Like, one time I had freaked this one lady out because I knew her. I didn't. Now, mind you, I've never met her before I met her type of situation. So she was like, I said, "You look familiar," but I didn't know her. And I said, "Hey, is your name such and such?" And I said her last name. I said, "Is your last name such and such?" And then she was like, "Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. How do you know that? How do you know my first and last name?" And I was like, I don't even know how I even like, just on the money, like, just said it exactly what her name is, and I did not know her. See, but I've been telling people since I started this channel that I've had a gift to see things. It's called a seer's gift. So I can't help it. That's what I was born with. So they used to think I was cheating in the casino because I was able to, when I would play roulette, um, when I would play roulette, everybody knows what that game is like. You got to guess the number, and then the ball spins, and hey, it lands on the number if if you guess the right number. But through my intuition, I was always winning on roulette. See, and then they thought I was cheating. See, they would come and shut the machine off, and because I used to play the one that wasn't with the dealers. It was more of the electronic version of it. So it was just like, damn, they used to come at me and be like checking me out, like looking around, security showing up. I'm like, damn. I don't know. I just guessed the number. They thinking I got some kind of system going on. But I say all that to say, not to brag, but to really show people that I give good insights. It's not like, oh, I'm just guessing some shit or, no, not at all. Now, the next thing is that another example how people, feel screwed over by a Pisces is a Pisces can stop caring overnight. See, this is not some long drawn out thing for a Pisces. They can stop caring about you overnight. When they're done, they're done. See, when they're done, what they also shut down is the emotions. See, they no longer care anymore. See, they are emotionally done with you. Now, another thing is that a Pisces can match your energy perfectly. See, so with that being said, you don't want to approach a Pisces aggressively, or just fully charged with any type of energy, because a Pisces will simply subdue you, and then they can take that energy that you got stored up. See, so if you got that saved up for the Pisces, thinking you finna check them, you finna maybe you think you're gonna do something to them to hurt them, and you all riled up, that's the worst thing you could do. See, because I actually witnessed this today. I was in the grocery store at work, and I saw two. Okay, so one guy, it was just a random customer. He wasn't smiling. So this random lady was like, "Why aren't you smiling? You look ugly." She was like, "You look ugly looking like that. Like, put a smile on your face and cheer up." And she didn't even know this guy. And this guy was like hella offended. He was like, "Hey, you can't make me have a good day," and bloop, whoopty whoopty woo. And then all of a sudden, the girl, she was just nitpicking and just kept talking to this guy like she knew him, but she didn't. And he started getting riled up. And they were standing like, near me. And then, I'm like, please don't come over here with that, because I'm not in the mood to be playing with any of y'all right now. And y'all bickering and fighting in the next aisle and where the checkout is. So the next thing, the girl she ended up punching the girl in her chest, like, I said stop, like. And then all of a sudden the girl was just looking around. I'm like, I'm gonna act like I just play ISO. I'm like, I'm gonna act like I don't even see them. Because I noticed, like, when you got Scorpio placements and you tend to trigger people, especially people that want to fight, or then you could just be a Pisces and just standing near somebody that is all rowdy and loud. And it's like you stand silent and just refusing to engage or to pay them any mind. I know that sometimes people will try to, project, or try to, you know, they'll try to transfer the target onto you. So I was like, man, don't y'all even start it. I'm not playing, because I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna handle it like he did. See, I'm gonna be quiet until we get outside, you know? So I'm like, no, I ain't even finna, like, cause the girl was with this tall dude. He about the same height as me. And shit, I'm 6'7", so he looked about 6'6", maybe like 6'5". So I'm like, dude, I would really crush this dude if he tries something, bro. I'm like, literally, I was just like, us Pisces, see, one thing is, once our thoughts get to going and how this shit gonna play out, sometimes we can be coming up with like creative stuff, like, okay, maybe if I need to escape, I'll just run out the back door, then come back to the parking lot within 20 minutes and get in my car and drive off. Sometimes we just be thinking about stuff that hasn't even happened yet, because we're trying to, we don't want to get caught, so, that's how it can be. Now, the next one is, okay, so a Pisces can leave you, And this goes for a female and a male Pisces. So they can leave you without closure. See? So, and that's another, it's not so much a bad trait, it's more of and it's very intentional. So a Pisces knows that they don't really feel like they should tell you anything at that point. So it's like, have you ever went to a store where they may have closed early? Well, you want to know why, and then it's like, hey, why are you guys closing early? Well, it's just the same scenario with a Pisces. It's like when they don't give you closure, it's almost like they'll just shut down and then it's over. It's like there's no getting in, reaching them. You can't reach them at all. Like, so it's just like, yeah, I understand those of you that's not Pisces in the chat, you might feel like, well, damn, it seems like Pisces are difficult to deal with, but not so much. Because it's like some people will test Pisces before they embrace Pisces, if that makes sense. Everybody wants a fish and everybody, thinks that they should have one as a pet. It doesn't work like that. Now, and the next thing is a Pisces can forgive but never reconnect back with you. So sometimes people could say, "Oh, damn, you tricked me," because a Pisces can talk, smooth and good to you, all the while they already have their mind made up that they're not reconnecting with you. So maybe to say, it's not even so much like the Libra to save face. It's more like, I just want to keep the peace. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to you, cordially and just talk to you, with manners and, be respectful. But I have no hopes of reconnecting after today. So sometimes a Pisces could be nice to you. You could think, see, that's where people mess up. They think, oh, the Pisces is, still, calm, cool, collected, like they always are. And hey, maybe they'll forgive me and maybe they'll, this storm should pass too. It's like, yeah, it's still gonna pass. The storm is gonna pass, but the Pisces is not coming back to you. So that can, hey, people can feel screwed over and feel some type of way when that happens. Now, the next one I have is that see, a Pisces will observe quietly, see, then disappear. So this is not like ghosting. See, Pisces goes and checks just like, I ain't gonna say just like a peeping Tom, but hey, a Pisces will check out a situation and then leave. So it's like, because a Pisces has to see that, okay, is it safe for me to even go near this person or the situation? And then the Pisces is like, no, let me leave. So that can screw over a person too, because they don't want us. They don't, for some reason, people hate when Pisces leaves on their own time. If any situation you ever encountered, even if it wasn't, necessarily a bad one, I'm sure a lot of you had people get real mad and upset with you for leaving early, not telling anybody. And sometimes Pisces doesn't feel like they should. They don't feel like everybody needs to know their whereabouts and when they come and go. Even in a serious situation like the job or, wherever, because we don't like control or to be controlled. Now, another thing is, a Pisces is done when they no longer react emotionally. See? So, and that's something to look out for. People get screwed over by that. If you notice everything that I've said thus far, it's kind of like something that's done behind the scenes. It's almost like a cloud is over the other person, which why they feel screwed over because the Pisces is not letting them in on what they're doing. Now, the next thing is the fact that a Pisces can keep secrets instead of arguing with you. See, sometimes a Pisces may know that they could be considered vulnerable by doing so, because if a Pisces has, honed in several secrets of yours, that's the last thing a Pisces is going to want to do, is to get into an argument with you, and then all of a sudden that opens a can of worms where a Pisces might, say something pertaining to those secrets that were shared, or so a Pisces just rather not say nothing. A lot of times when it comes to you doing something, the Pisces is like less likely to snitch. See, because you let alone you, it's already hard enough for you even to know a Pisces secret. They won't tell you, even if it's on the lowest of the, the threads and needles, hey, pins and needles, they won't tell you. Period. They'll go to the grave with it, whatever, anything that happened, whether it was bad or if it was really good. They kind of celebrate their wins in silence. So they're not really the loud, clap, happy birthday, celebration, huge get together, party type of person. Now, the next thing I have is just when a Pisces detached, and I always said this in comparison to Aquarius, is that when Pisces detach is worse than how the Aquarius would detach from you. See, because the Aquarius would detach emotionally, but still be but you'll be able to still see them, where you will be able to still observe where they are, to where it's like, okay, they may come back. See, but with Pisces, it's like you don't see them. You don't have a peripheral view to be like, okay, he's over there. Maybe he'll cool down, come back. No, a Pisces will. And they not they're not just gonna go to the beach, sand shore. They're gonna get on a boat and take off. See, you're not gonna hear or see from them anymore. So if you already, I had a situation happen too. I'll share with y'all that I was trying to escape a situation and I got caught. So so it was like they were like, man, you leaving, bro? You leaving? I'm like, dang, how the hell y'all knew I was leaving? But it was like they caught me like, nah, bro, you can't just leave like that, bro. I'm like, see, but you should never do that to a Pisces, because if a Pisces feels cornered like that, a Pisces will just bolt, see, and just take off. Pisces would just bolt and like just take off like a damn shark. Because one thing about the shark is that it keeps swimming. See, you notice that when you look at sharks, they don't stop swimming. They constantly keep moving. See? And a lot of times that's for a reason, because Pisces knows that there's always a brown bear at bay. There's always a brown bear, somebody out to get me. So I have to keep moving. So that's why sometimes Pisces is like, if we already are considered the victim, then hell, that's even more reason why we should be on the move and not standing still or idling in the wrong places at the wrong time. Now, the next thing is okay, so another thing, so we said the detachment clearly. Okay, so if a Pisces, I would say a lot of people feel screwed over when Pisces moves on fast. See, they move on fast internally. See, so you could still be trying to explain yourself or how, hey, you know, I'm all effed up and hey, I know, me and you had a beef and you are wasting your time, buddy, because the cycle is already done. It's ended. See, if Pisces not going to say, you see, a Pisces can feel like, okay, that you're trying to run the show or you're trying to run how the Pisces deals with you afterwards. Like, no, we are not on your terms, and how you look at it and how you see it and your opinion and what you suggest. All of that goes out the window and gets delivered through Amazon or FedEx to somebody else's door. But we're not buying that bullshit. Like, we're not letting you know. Once we tried to, like, talk it out and reason with you and you shut that down, there is no second chance, no third chance. No, no. And that's just because, like, we're not on your time, because that's the ego. See, and we don't have no room for it. So people feel like, oh, I'll deal with you when I get ready. Oh, I'll heal when I get ready. No, that's not gonna fly with a Pisces. Now, another thing is that a Pisces can piss you off and you can get screwed over because a Pisces doesn't chase or beg. See, another thing too, like Pisces can be in the worst predicament and they may need a ride. They may need a hot meal. They may need something. But sometimes Pisces is like, no, I'm not going to ask this person for a ride. I'm not going to ask this person for anything because they'll try to use it against me. Like, because a Pisces can watch your attitude and how you carry yourself to know if you're going to you know, make it a big deal that you gave me help, or hey, you did something for me. And that's another thing, how people exert, leverage over you, because the whole "I did this for you," or hey, when you were out when you're out doing bad, I did this for you. That can be uh manipulation. And then later on use that as leverage. Because people will, breadcrumb you and then ask for an even bigger favor than the one that that they did for you. So gotta be careful with that. Now, the next one is that a Pisces, like I say, they won't explain themselves any further. So that could people feel screwed over like that, because they will feel as though they don't have a chance to speak or defend their argument or their opinion. And they may feel that the Pisces just railroaded, them all together and didn't give them a chance to defend themselves, or, hey, tell you how they felt or whatnot. And Pisces will tell you why. Pisces knows that your words lie, people's words, they lie. So when people are caught busted, a lot of times they try to clean up what happened. And then they try to make it, sound all good, like, oh, it wasn't like that. I didn't mean to. That's not how I was looking. And it's like Pisces is like, no, I'm not falling for that. Like, no, like you are going to be held accountable, and I'm ending your cycle. See, so it doesn't repeat itself. Now, the next thing is Pisces. See, Pisces is not concerned about not concerned just about happiness. See, what Pisces loves and will protect ruthlessly now is their peace. See, this is the whole concept of silence in the first place. So Pisces is more focused on peace. Now, hey, happiness is cool, but I would rather have peace more than anything. Okay. Now, the next one is the fact that, and I say that because when Pisces ignores you, this is what they're shooting. This is what they're going for. See, they're ignoring you because they don't want you to disturb their peace. See? So Pisces may turn off their cell phone because you keep texting, you keep calling. They will make themselves, unreachable to keep that peace. Now, another thing is a Pisces will heal silently. See? You won't know what a Pisces is going through. You would never know. You would never know that Pisces was wounded, hurt, going through something, depressed, because a Pisces will heal silently. See? Now, another thing too, for those of you that think, oh, you hurt that Pisces, and you think that, oh, that Pisces is done for, he's never coming back from that, or what I did to him or her. Do not think that. See, because a Pisces, for some odd reason, now I can't tell you why or how, but most Pisces, hey, they thrive after leaving. See, after they leave a bad situation, they end up doing better. See, than than that situation was. So you can't say, oh yeah, he's gonna be down and out if yeah, we fired him, got rid of him, and hey, that person gonna be in a better space. Okay. Now, now the next thing I'm gonna talk about is, why do people feel betrayed by Pisces? Okay. And the thing about it is, people get addicted to Pisces emotions. Okay. They get addicted to how Pisces make them feel, and they expected that emotional access forever. See, and as much as people talk about us Pisces, they say, "Oh, you guys are so emotional," and hey, oh, let the, hey, the baby keeps crying and crying and crying. It's like, no. What ends up happening is the very thing of which you accuse us of is the very thing you guys end up doing as your detriment. Is your karma. See? And the thing why I say this is because people they betray Pisces, then they betray themselves. Then they get mad because, oh, they get addicted to the emotional access that we gave them. But hey, we take the keys back. When you don't act right, we take the keys back. So you can't access that forever. See? And to think that that would be delusional. See? To think that would be unrealistic, unintelligent. So everything that you will have embodied in, hey, that's why I say it's always projection when people try to say negative things in the first place. Because what they say to you is a reflection of how they feel about you. See? It's cold-blooded. Now, the next one, type 2. Now, type 2 Pisces is the unconscious. See? And yes, this type is more emotional than the first type that I explained. Now, the meaning of this whole unconscious emotional Pisces is the fact that they act okay, so they act from being hurt, not clarity. See? So this is the one that you don't want to play with because this is the one that's a little more dangerous because now the emotions are what fuels it. So an example now, this goes on, hey, this is like an all-out war in a way because there's actual damage that has taken place when these things happen, okay? And I'm gonna explain what they are. Now, when you're dealing with a type 2 unconscious emotional Pisces, you're dealing with somebody that will ghost you instead of communicating with you. See? Cold-blooded. And then a Pisces is so crazy because with the time and the time and series of events, they know just when to come back and then leave again. See? So it's almost like they know they pay attention to your beat, to how you move. Like I say, you pay attention to patterns. So another thing is that a Pisces can make promises. See, they can overpromise emotionally, which oftentimes means they may just not keep their word. See, because they're fueled by the emotions. Maybe when they see another thing, maybe they say yes because God told them to say yes. But then as they started to think about it, they felt, see the emotions, they felt like saying no. See, because a Pisces can get a thought. See, an unconscious Pisces, unconscious emotional Pisces, to be exact. They could get a thought. They could remember something you did that they didn't like. How you got the kids for Christmas, or hey, you showed up late on their birthday, and you only showed up when it was time to, eat cake and ice cream. But hey, when we were sitting there having hot dogs and beans, you were nowhere to be found. So you just showed your ass up for cake and ice cream. That would be the reason a Pisces will say, hey, oh, now you want to come to my birthday this year? What you pulled last year? It's not happening again. So no, you can't come get your grandchildren. No, you can't come see the kids this year. See, a Pisces will hold you accountable because nobody gets away with anything. See, now, because it's not fair. Now, here's the thing. The next thing is that a Pisces, the type 2 Pisces can pull away unpredictably. They can pull away at any time. It's like being hired at will. Anytime they can just pull away, they can just leave. I know a lot of y'all have been screwed over by a Pisces just like that too. In the chat, I know, don't lie. See? And then on top of that, a type 2 Pisces would avoid hard conversations. Won't answer certain questions. See? Because some Pisces, you know what's crazy? No matter whether it's a type 1 or a type 2 Pisces, they're so freaking smart. Even if a Pisces hasn't, I'm talking about even if a Pisces has on paper, they could be dumb as a box of rocks. I guarantee you they'll be smart enough not to let you figure them out. It's like they'll catch you on every angle of how each question is asked. They know exactly not to answer it the way you asked it. They'll give you an answer that has nothing to do with what you asked. See? So it's like a Pisces knows how to maneuver, know how to maneuver around you. And a lot of times people don't even notice it. Some people don't even notice that Pisces didn't even answer their question. They just went around it. See? But some people, they get, it's like the illusion is that you think a Pisces is attentive. You think the Pisces is listening to you. But only when you find out, you just felt good in the moment, but that Pisces didn't even tell you anything. It's like you just went along with the conversation. See? Now, the next thing I have is type 2 Pisces will give you mixed signals. Somebody in the chat, no, in the comments said, "Oh, Pisces doesn't give mixed signals." Yes, they do. Why do you think it's so many people that say, "Oh, I can't understand Pisces. This always seems confusing. It always confuses me when they speak to me." No, it's because, like I say, a Pisces knows what you're doing. See, so hey, it ain't no point of turning left and actually going left if you start doing it. You start moving funny. See, a Pisces could just be testing you to see if you're gonna go the same direction. Hey, maybe I have to go right then. When I actually intended to go left. See, now the next thing I have is type 2 Pisces will disappear when they're overwhelmed. See, but that could be a time for healing. Sometimes a Pisces had to leave everybody just to go get a breather. See, now every Pisces, like I say, they handle anything that they're going through differently. One Pisces is not the same as the next Pisces. Now, the next one is that when a type 2 Pisces can play the victim unintentionally. See, because it's some. That's why I said it's like a Pisces is like Raiden from Mortal Kombat, because it's almost like the Pisces can teleport themselves right back to victimhood. See, no matter what happens, it's always somebody else's fault. See, and I'm gonna tell you, usually it is somebody else's fault. See, sometimes Pisces just gets caught up in the wrong place or with the wrong person at the wrong time. See, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes people end up getting drawn into their own detriment, their own karma, hanging with a Pisces. So if the meal and everything that you thought you had served for the Pisces ends up being your meal, see, you end up falling into the trap, not the Pisces. Now, another thing is that type 2 Pisces uses silence as a defense. See, now, if you want to really look at all the zodiac signs and ask yourself, who gives the best silence out of all the zodiac signs? Who do you think it is? Who you think it is? I mean, George, man, don't come in here scraping and scrambling, man. I mean, it's like, man, you either having a good day or a bad day. Cause misery loves company. See, and I got my purple hoodie on, so you know what time it is. Hey, hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm on a full throttle right now. I got the purple hoodie that I wear all the time, so everybody is just feeling its energy, see, and it's flowing, and then you're bothered by it, Mr. George Washington Jr., Mr. George Washington Carver. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, don't tell me no good luck, man. I don't believe in luck. See, so you gotta use a better word than good luck. It's never any offense, because hey, maybe I was just playing football and just running plays, and I just didn't know that you was on the defensive line. Okay. All right, yeah, man. Have a good day, man. Don't let the day beat you on the back. Okay. It's always a new day the next day. And any last words? Hey said, hey, I already know the trolls had something to say, man. We were taking a moment of silence, and hey, their 30-minute break is over, man. You see, hey, hey, that's why George said good luck. Yeah, Pisces in the building from Philly. Pisces gang, we in the building. Yeah, said no, don't okay, don't come on. Yeah, we ain't had though. We ain't had to throw no hexes, tech. You know, there ain't been no hex ceremonies going on today. Um but okay, now here we go, man. I mean, damn, I mean, it's like anybody got something good to say about me? Huh? Look at that. Hey, that's what I say. Hey, that's what I do, man. I just try to hey, tell the I'm giving you all the sauce right now. See? I try to give everybody a fair chance. And hey, want to see everybody do their dance. And maybe one day maybe we could all be true friends. You see? Hey, appreciate the gifts. Let me see. Yeah, I be trying to deep think. I try to deep think, but yeah, I don't really think too hard on things. Like I just, like I say, I am just a carefree guy, man, you know. But I'm not perfect. So hey, sometimes when I sometimes when I get pissed off, hey, sometimes I miss. Maybe sometimes I may, piss on the seat sometimes. It's just, hey, shit happens. Speaking of shit, don't y'all, I'm old now. I know I'm not trying to like get off topic and yap, but I do have to say, man, I promise you guys, the worst thing that I ever experienced is having to take a shit while being on the road. Man, it's the worst feeling in the world. Don't try it. Man, I'm telling you, my stomach was hurting so bad, you guys, that I could not tell me why I went to the bath. Okay, so I go into the grocery store and I had to go so bad. And then it was like all these people were behind me, and I'm like, wait a minute, why are all these freaking people following me to the bathroom? So then I started feeling like those little guys at the baseball, at the Brewer game. It's like the little guys dressed up. One looks like a sausage, one looks like and they're all like running around real slow, like they got some something in their stomach that they're holding on to. They may have to, maybe they gotta drop it off, dump it off. I don't know. But we go to the bathroom, and this dude followed me to the bathroom. And I felt like I felt like tackling him to the ground because I knew he was trying to get to the toilet. It's only two toilets. And this dude just followed me all the way from the front entrance. He comes right by on side of me. I'm like, where are you going, dude? Don't I know you ain't going to the bathroom. And then sure enough, he flipped the door open. And then he just, man, I'm talking about, he took that toilet number 2. I was like, oh my God. Like, huh, are you freaking serious? Like, man, dude, I had to go so bad. I'm like, oh my God, if I'm finna throw up, man. Like, if I don't get to a toilet in time, like, bro, that's just like stuff you gotta watch out for. But anyway, commercial break. Hey, that break is over with. 30-minute break over with. So hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, anybody ever went through that before? It's called life. See, life, what they say, life is like a box of chocolates. But hey, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna get back on it. So here, now the next thing is a type 2 Pisces can lead people on. See, now one thing for certain, I will say this as a disclaimer. You have to be careful because sometimes a type 1 Pisces can carry on some of these traits. See, because Pisces has Pisces represents the conscious mind and the unconscious. So a Pisces can be inadvertently this way. Now, how many of you Pisces in the chat, hey, can attest to that? You may have led people on in a situation because, hey, maybe you wanted to get away, you wanted to get rid of them. Maybe you wanted to, you know, find out what they really wanted. So sometimes it works when you use it right. Now, the next one is type 2 Pisces may avoid accountability. See? So sometimes Pisces just doesn't feel like it. It's not so much, it is avoidance, but sometimes it just don't feel like it. See? Now, the next one I have is Type 2 Pisces can vanish during conflict. So all of a sudden somebody's about to fight. Where's the Pisces? Where did they go? Oh, they left. They disappeared. See? But you gotta understand, Pisces saw everything, they saw everything unraveling, so they hit it. They left. See? Now, another thing, because what Pisces likes to do, Pisces likes to have, not front row seats when there's a conflict. Pisces likes to have those seats that's way up in the nosebleed so they could just say, hey, look at that fight down there. But hey, I was just over there. But hey, I had to get up out of there. But hey, how's it going down there? Hey, I could look and see, but hey, you created the distance, so it's not gonna come back to bite you in the tail. Now, the next one is the fact that a Pisces can with a type 2 Pisces can withhold clarity. See, they can be a little passive with it. Sometimes a Pisces can hold off with answers that people want to know, and the Pisces already knows it already. He just won't tell you. So that's another thing that can people get screwed over. And another thing, a type 2 Pisces can project confusion on purpose. See, Pisces it could be a Pisces can be everything that you don't want in a person. See, like sometimes if you meet a type 2 Pisces, and let's say that's supposed to be your husband, good luck. Because if that Pisces man can actually make you not want to date another Pisces man ever again type of vibe. Because they could do you in such a way that you can't, pinpoint nothing, you can't explain it. People in your family may ask you questions about your Pisces, mate. They might say, hey, what happened to Chris? What happened to Joey? They were always with you, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. I never really got to know the guy. And it happens for a reason. A lot of people, they pretty much they are left with nothing. Because you gotta understand, a Pisces is symbolic to a fish. See? If the fish is not in the room, not present, a lot of people just end up, confused. They don't know anything about that Pisces, except he's not here anymore. And everybody asks, where did he go? Whoa, 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 he was a good guy. She was a good, she was a beautiful woman. And it's like, you just know they not coming back. It's crazy though. You got people that will still be searching for Pisces as if they were still there. They'll be looking. Hey, let's say you always parked in the front and you always came through the certain type of entrance. You got people that'll still be looking over there like, wanted to see if that Pisces will ever come back. I know he used to park in the front, but hey, I guess I ain't gonna see him no more. And they go looking for you, thinking they think you will eventually come back or pop up. Like, nah. See, is it because you always leave a lasting impression on others? They get addicted to you, so they go looking for you when you're gone. So it's like, hey, where's that Pisces guy? Or hey, where's that Pisces, woman? Where did she go? Because they get addicted to the emotion. They want to they want to be carried by your emotions forever. See, because your emotions are like pillows to other people's heads. You have the most the comfy ones with the, puff, puff, pass, give it to me, you know, let me use it, let me do my thing on it. So everybody wants your pillows, see, but they're yours. So it's like they just get too comfortable with you that they actually feel you when you're gone. See, it's like they'll start thinking about you even more, that they are not able to touch you or see you. See, but they're like they can feel they can feel the change in the energy wherever you were. They will always feel it. See, they will know that something is different, something is off. Well, Jacob used to always throw everything away in the break room. Now he's leaving a mess everywhere. And I remember when Johnson used to tell him, he used to get on him and tell him to throw his trash in the garbage. Damn, I miss that Pisces. Damn, I wish he was still here. We will never have another break room cleaned up the way that Jacob cleaned it. It's like that's the way they be, that's the way they be reminiscing and telling stories like, damn, like this man was George Washington Jr. or something. They're like, hey, this guy was just he wasn't even George Washington. He was nothing like George Washington Jr. or hey, or nothing like, he wasn't a big, huge, politician. He's just a regular guy. And it's like sometimes they make it seem like Pisces is like they could put all this praise on your name to where in a way it's like you some type of Houdini doll or something. It's like some type of statue. It's like, hey, let's make I've seen people do that. Like if a Pisces were to quit a job to move on to the next one or a different one, I've seen people want to have like these huge gatherings for that Pisces, like a celebration before they leave. It's like they do not want you to leave, Pisces. They try to manipulate you to stay by having a big, huge party and like, hey, don't leave. Let's have hey, your last day. Let's throw a party and have let's have a whatever they call it, potluck. Let's have a potluck and hey, don't forget to bring that potato salad that you make. Oh yeah, so good. Yeah, I love it. And it's like, hey, Pisces be feeling like I ain't making none of y'all no goddamn potato salad. Y'all just want to use me for what I can give. And they can't take my pillow this time. No. Because when the Pisces is gone, Pisces packs everything, takes everything away. See? Now, the next one I have is a type 2 Pisces can run from pressure. That's another thing that could piss people off. Another thing is that a type 2 Pisces can break trust passively. So if, they don't want to no longer want to be loyal to you, yes, they can definitely do that. They can cut, break away from you passively. So they feel like they don't owe you any type of like, directness or anything. So that can piss people off. Now, the next one I have is a type 2 Pisces can doesn't explain emotions. See? So that's another thing. Like you could feel something going on, like you could feel tension around a Pisces with no explanation of it, like of why it's even there. But people will feel it. They feel very uncomfortable, or they may feel like, something is, bothering them on the inside. Well, they will actually, a Pisces, okay, I say this, a Pisces can actually use it to their advantage because it keeps people, away. Because a Pisces just comes with that silent ghost energy, and all of a sudden people are like uncomfortable. They don't want to sit in that room with that Pisces. It's so funny because a lot of times people don't want to sit in the room where Pisces is. See? Because Pisces, what? The energy, they have the energy and it shifts. See? So a lot of times people it's not so much, oh, I don't want to sit with that Pisces. I actually want to leave this whole room. You see, because the Pisces has an effect on the environment. See? So that's another thing why people may be, you know, maybe they was working on first shift with you, but then that Pisces made that whole made that whole shift feel uncomfortable for you. And all of a sudden you wanted to book it to, hey, let me put me on second shift. Even if I have to work with Suzanne, I don't give a damn. I have to get off first shift. Cause that Pisces is just so freaking quiet and silent and it bugs me. So it's like some people, they be running from you, Pisces. You ain't even done nothing. You ain't even put your hands on nobody. You just be quiet. And the quietness just be like, but man, it be getting to people. People be losing it. And it's more because their intentions towards you are not pure. That's the reason why they're bothered by it. See, they feel like, oh, they're exposed. See, they feel like they're exposed to you. Now, the next one, type 2 Pisces, may repeat patterns. See, so hey, after you guys just had a talk and had an intervention about, hey, Pisces, you're a little too quiet at the job. Well, hey, why don't you smile? Why don't you smile? Why don't you, hey, talk a little? You don't have to talk all day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then the Pisces is like, okay, well, hey, all right, I'll loosen up a bit and I'll talk to everybody. And hey, yeah, okay. See, I like that. I like that. I like the smile, man. I like the good. Hey, I like that type that version of you. That's what we want. Hey, do that. Then a Pisces is like, shit. Once Pisces come back the next day, type 2, they repeat the process. Hey, they repeat the pattern all over again. Because you can't control a Pisces. A Pisces don't give a damn. Like you cannot control a Pisces whenever you think, hey, we done solved something. It's not over. A Pisces gonna run it back. See? And it's not so much a Pisces won't listen, is that a Pisces has their own way. You cannot make a Pisces be something they're not. See? So hey, if they wear Crocs to to school, hey, that's their shoe. You can't be like, hey, take those Crocs off. I hate Crocs. Take them off. Take them off. They're not gonna take them off. See, because that's their favorite shoe. Now, why do people feel screwed over by type 2 Pisces? See, it's because they were left confused by everything that I just explained in the examples. They were confused. See, instead of informed. That's why people get screwed over. See, and left over by a Pisces because they were not informed. You didn't tell me these things. When I hired you, you didn't tell me that, hey, you vanish and that you do all this stuff and all these tricks and backflips and See, you should have told me. Now you left me confused. You abandoned me. See, that's the number one word people use, and it's so funny. You abandoned me. You left on your own. You left on your own terms and didn't talk to me. See, you didn't talk to me. You left me and Grandma. Left. You left us. Hey, basically, you didn't tell us nothing of what you were doing. How are we supposed to know you had the day off? How are we supposed to know that you had a vacation booked out in Hawaii? You didn't tell us anything. I swear to you, 100% of the time when Pisces when people are mad at Pisces, it's all because of Pisces didn't inform them, especially if you're type 2. I'm talking about people will be pissed because you didn't tell them where you were going. See, and that's the thing. Now, the next thing is I got a little truth bomb for y'all. So Pisces doesn't destroy people with words. In case you wanted to know this. See, but what they do destroy is expectations. See, you cannot expect something to go. See, one thing about a Pisces, and you cannot expect them to do something a certain way. It just ain't gonna happen. See, you might plan something out and say, hey, on my wedding day, we're gonna have this and that. We're gonna have music, we're gonna have Chex Mix, we're gonna have a little game that we're gonna do. And hey, when the reception, whatever it is, whatever you got everything planned out. And then you invite your Pisces friends. I'm gonna tell you right now, if they show up, that's the first thing. If they show up, it's not gonna be what you expected. Guaranteed. Could you imagine something that you didn't expect them to, I didn't expect you to come to my wedding and mess it up. I didn't expect you to come to my wedding and, the little, the little scene that you made my friends leave. It don't have to be nothing bad. It could be some good things that happen, but it was out of your expectations. See, based on how you saw, based on how you saw it, you planned it, and you can get screwed over unintentionally by that Pisces. Pisces like, hey, I didn't know. And then Pisces is the victim by nature. It just happens that it's your fault, Pisces. You did it. Ever since you came, everybody left. dog, you know, such didn't even want to come because you were coming. It's like, whoa, I guess I'm in trouble even when I don't even know the people that I'm in trouble with. Okay, what else? You know, hey, that's just how it is, man. It's like, you know, so that's the thing. Pisces destroys expectations. Now, the thing about it is, the people just they don't understand. See how Pisces operate. All of this could be avoided, and see the funny thing is a Pisces doesn't even fight. See, only one that fights is Floyd Mayweather and Chuck Norris. Now, the thing about it, what a Pisces does is withdraw. See, Pisces is the type of sign, hey, I ain't finna fight you. I'm just finna leave. You finna get the hell out of here. See, that's how a Pisces fights. I'm out of here. A Pisces, can't nobody escape like a Pisces. Now, not even the keyboard, but yeah, no closure. When we close the store, there is no announcements. See, when we shut down, we're not even gonna put a sign up there, we're closed. You'll feel it though, because you ain't gonna feel the same. Hey, I noticed something was different around here. Oh, now I see that, hey, you done shut down every goddamn thing. So, hey, I guess, hey, what's going on? See, people want closure. They want to know, they're nosy. They want to know what's going, and it had nothing to do with some of the people that want to know so bad. So no closure and no explanation of why. A lot of Pisces, we hate that word, why. Well, why? Oh, I'm not giving you a ride. Well, why? Oh, yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't want any milk and cookies. Thank you, but no thank you. Oh, why? And then it's like, hey, you know, can I pump your gas for, $25, sir? No. Why? It's like, bro, don't question me when I say why, because that's the thing. A Pisces say no, and then it's like sometimes funniest thing that I ever seen is that when a Pisces has no boundaries, they have boundaries. See, you just don't see them. See, you don't know that it's a boundary there until a Pisces check you, and then you get confused because you're like, wait a minute, I've never seen this side of you before. See, oh, you actually have boundaries. Whoa, and it's like, yeah, don't slam my door, dude. Don't ask me why again. Like, hey, don't ask me why again. I'm not telling you why. It's because I said so. See? And when a Pisces is even the funniest thing, what I was gonna say is when a Pisces doesn't want to even look at your face because you're saying annoying things, you're saying why. Sometimes a Pisces will have their back turned towards you and they'll look at you, they'll look at you from a side angle and be like, I said no, I'm not doing it. And turn back around. See? And that's the thing, like when a Pisces starts showing you their body language, then you need to pay attention when that happens. See? Because like I say, you don't want that Pisces to start Pisceing. I'm gonna get into a video about that, what that looks like. But yeah. So just know when a Pisces is done, the access is gone. We take your access card and hey, we turn it off. You can't use it no more. And then on top of that, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is why Pisces don't explain themselves. See, because this actually coincides with that. So it haunts people when the Pisces won't explain themselves. See, now a Pisces goes silent because they already know everything. They felt everything way before you did. Now, you got to pay attention to the moment though, because the moment the Pisces stop explaining things, hey, it's over. That's the thing that people don't realize. And when a Pisces says, I'm done, it's almost like when the microwave goes off. It beeps a couple times and that's it. Pisces is not gonna, hey, once they're done, they're not gonna say it again. See? Now, why is this? Because a Pisces already tried. See, Pisces like, hey, when I made noise, you didn't care. You didn't want it. So now that I'm silent and I'm done with it, no more. See? Now, silence to a Pisces is not avoidance. See? It just means that, hey, this is the final cycle. This is the final ending to the bullshit. See? That's the final data collection. Because when a Pisces is done with you, it's going to transform you to be yourself next time, to do the right thing of what you should have done the next time. But guess what? Your next time would not be with that Pisces. That would be with somebody else. It could be someone that reminds you of that Pisces. But you're going to, hey, a Pisces can just be your test, your lesson. Pisces are a karmic sign. Now, thing about it, so just know that a Pisces doesn't always, okay, so a Pisces don't leave you when they're mad. So a lot of people think this. Don't get it misconstrued, okay? They don't feel, it's not because they're mad. Come on now. Pisces are masters of their emotions. Now, unless they have a downstream, maybe if they, depending on if they're downstream or whatnot, that's a little different. But they leave when they're done, okay? They leave when they are done understanding you. See? Because the Pisces, once they know you, they know. See, that is the most powerful thing about a Pisces is that they know you. They understand you. They understand you more. Look, they understand more of you and more about you than that you know of yourself. So that way, when a Pisces says they're done understanding you, they don't need to see anymore. That's why they just go quiet. That's why they stop talking. They like, hey, I already know how you are. And I'm not, hey, I'm done. See? Now, I'll say this. There's two reasons why Pisces stops explaining. See? And they realize this, and this is the truth. They realize that you don't want clarity. See? Whatever you reject means you want the opposite, right? So explaining things becomes an emotional labor. See? Just like when a woman gives birth. A Pisces ain't finna explain nothing to you. See? That's how it feels to someone that's explaining themselves. It feels like emotional labor, like it has taken place, like a woman giving birth. You think a Pisces want to sit around and explain to you what you're doing? And no. See? So I'm gonna give you guys some examples of this. See, you may interpret something instead of just listening. See, that's the thing. Sometimes you just gotta listen. See, you may minimize their feelings. See, another thing is that you twist their words. These are all the reasons why Pisces doesn't want to explain anything with you. Don't want to, they don't want to, because these things, these examples are the very things that people try to use against the Pisces. See, they try to flip the script and make it seem like you're the problem. See, and try to make you feel like them. Pisces ain't falling for it. See, so yeah, they understand you, and that the fact that, hey, you might try to twist my words. You may try to invalidate my intuition. See, and then you may demand logic, and then try to go straight off logic only. And a lot of times people don't understand that the ego is fueled by logic. In case you didn't know. See, a lot of times people try to make logical sense out of their ego. Like, what are you doing that for? They try to push aside all the emotion. Oh yeah, this is just the logical way of looking at it. This is the real deal. No, it's not. See, the ego is a false sense of self. And that's kind of related to false flattery. Anybody can say something to you and say, hey, you're looking good today. And it's like, oh, really, really? Oh, thank you. Oh. Like, man, they were they just stroke your ego, and then all of a sudden you start thinking that, hey, you're the shit. And they were lying to you the whole time. See? That's actually look up at Google charm if you think that I'm bull cripping, okay? Now, another thing too is that people that would like to argue, and why Pisces doesn't like to explain with these type of people is because they weaponize the vulnerability. See, it's cold-blooded. They weaponize their vulnerability. Now, when someone is into that whole wanting to know things, why, and all that, a lot of times you gotta be careful because they may ask questions but ignore answers. I know y'all dealt with somebody like that. They ask a whole lot of nosy questions, but then they ignore the answers. See, you tell them something and they just keep, it's almost like you didn't say nothing at all. See, and then on top of that, they may they may expect endless patience. See, because when you as a Pisces, people look at when people look at you and whatever they get addicted to about you, they expect that forever. So they never when they're talking with you, they never expect you to not be that same way. See? So it's like they expect an endless patience. Another thing too is that they may gaslight unintentionally. I know that happens every time. You get it, you try to get into a understanding with someone, next thing you know, they start gaslighting you. See? And it's like you're not getting anywhere. Yeah, and then another thing is when all of these things are happening, what do you think the Pisces is gonna do? Well, I'm gonna tell you. A Pisces, they will go quiet and observe. See, they'll go quiet and then they'll observe. Because a Pisces knows as long as they're quiet, you're going to start exposing yourself. See? Now, and then like I say, most Pisces are authentic and more of themselves because they actually know themselves. See? They are real with their emotions. They are one with their emotion. See? That's why they mastered their emotions in the first place. Now, another thing is the fact that they've already said it without words. See, the thing about it is that Pisces, like I just said, they communicate emotionally first. This is why they look at you the way they look at you and the way they talk to you the way that they talk to you. Example was that the energy shifts. See, the energy shifts. So a lot of times the Pisces ain't got to use words. The energy speaks for itself. On top of that, a less availability. See, the less you are with a situation, your energy is more present. It's more felt. See, and it's present. So a lot of times it's not good to come around somebody all the time because when you pull away, it's almost like you're still there. See, you're still with them. They can still feel you, even though you're not there. That's why a woman, when she misses her man, she feels him still there chilling with her, you see? So then she like, oh, that's what the whole thing why she thinks about you and calls you over again. Cause she already feels like you're there. It's cold-blooded. See? Now, another thing too is the fact that there could be a reduced warmth there. See? And that comes from how a Pisces communicates. But here's the thing. That's when you know they've already said what they said without the words, and everything that I'm explaining is how it would come across. See, so we said the energy shifts, the less availability, the reduced warmth. See, the Pisces ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time with you because they already know the words. Hey, they already said it already. They're not gonna repeat themselves. No more overgiving. See. Yeah, they used to buy you a meal at McDonald's, a number four with a Coke and a nice little strawberry shake. Now you're only getting, the freebies. Hey, whatever is free on your mobile app. Hey, maybe you might get a free fry. Maybe you might not get nothing. See? So you feel like, oh, hey man, you used to give me a value meal. Now you don't give me one anymore. What happened? Well, Pisces not going to, hey, they already said it. They're done. See? You can forget about all the little stuff that you used to get. It's not going to be there anymore. See? So no more over giving. Then all of a sudden, the boundaries, they appear clear as day. Whoa! I didn't know you, Pisces, you had boundaries. Now that we are broken up, now I'm able to see them. It's almost like, hey, now they're visible to me. See? Some people get caught up in the illusion that they actually don't even see any boundaries. And they were there the whole time. So the boundaries appear. Next thing is that the emotional distance. See? A lot of times when you know it's over, for those of you that are like, hey, I started talking to this Pisces, and then all of a sudden everything was going good, and then they disappeared. This is for you. It's over. It's over. See? Slower replies. All this to get back to you. Now you left on red. Now you look at your cell phone, you're like, left on red? Oh, what the hell? She ain't respond all day. You're like, he ain't respond all day. They used to respond on a dime. It's over. See? And then on top of that, there's less enthusiasm. They're not even trying anymore. Forget about being dry. They're just not even trying. See? And then all of a sudden, remember I said what's colder than what? Detachment of an Aquarius when a Pisces does it. See? A Pisces detached from you. Oh man, that feels like a life sentence. See? You feel like, oh man, I ain't never gonna see that Pisces again. In that 50 years, hey, 20-year sentence, damn, I effed up. See? So what does Pisces think of all of this? Let's ask ourselves. See, if you didn't feel it, explain it won't help either. Hey, man, man, listen, man. It's the truth, though. Like I said, if you didn't feel it, hey, to begin with, explain it won't help either, okay? So this is what haunts people. I'm telling you, that life sentence, man, it's a lot of people I know today that wish they were still with their Pisces. That effed up. See? I know a lot of people that like, damn, that was the best wife I ever had. And she ain't coming back. See? You messed up, man. Now, why does this hunt people? This hunts people because there are no arguments. There's no more arguments to win. The Pisces has kept the Pisces has all the wins, the trophies, and you will not have one. You will not get one for yourself. See? There's no arguments to win anymore. Next thing, no closure to control things, to twist things. Pisces took that right from you. See that? Like that? You like that? Oh, okay. There's more though. Okay, so another thing, there's no more reactions to feed off of. No. Pisces took that right from you, stole it, got it from you. Whoop. No more reactions, buddy. See? No access to fix it later. Pisces took that from you. Hey, you can't fix it later. It's already over with. We have any way you try to come back, it's already over with. We cut the rope. That's it, man. Now, what does this do? After everything I just said, that silence. It forces people to reflect instead of reacting. It's cold-blooded. See, when you heard of Pisces, you feel 3 times worse. You feel like you you feel like, oh, it's like when you hurt a Pisces, you hurt yourself 3 times worse. See? And it's almost like you have an identity crisis behind. You start having a nervous breakdown. You start having you start to hyperventilate. See? You start shaking. See? Because it's like You messed up. How would you feel if someone, hey, gave you the best type of love that money can't even buy, and you messed up and tricked yourself out of a good deal? See, you could have had the Beamer. You had a low down payment, and hell, the Pisces was gonna buy it for you. But she found out you were cheating, and you didn't think she was gonna find out. And then all of a sudden, she left you like a bad bag of dope. And now you come crawling back. No, come back, Pisces. No, it's over with. No, you should have thought about that when you was tipping, buddy. See, when you were skinny dipping into that other woman's bed, you should have thought about that. See, when you were frog splashing when you were frog splashing in that Kunta Kinte, yeah, you should have thought about that, buddy. You know, so when you frog splash into the, hey, let me stop, man. Let me stop. Hey, but yeah, hey, I had to tell you about that mic. Hey, it's what it does, baby. That's what it does. You see the mic drop, boom. That, hey, when you mess up, it's over. I'm telling you, it's not. See, it's like, dang, man. It's like, then we are not playing with something that is, that can be changed, or hey, we can run it back. No, it's done. I've seen people have a meltdown because the Pisces would not take them back. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Grown men. Yes. Baby, I'm sorry. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Baby, come on, baby. Oh, come on. One more chance. I go to church now. I'll do it right. I'll clean up, and hey, I won't leave my drawers all over the front living room. I won't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I won't eat up everything. Hey, I'm gonna just eat what's was put before me. Please, baby, please give me another chance. Give me another chance. Yeah, I've seen it all, you guys. Now, when it comes to the next one, is that Pisces don't disappear to punish you. See, now they disappear to protect what's left for themselves. Oh, see, now, hey. Now, guess what? The BMW that Pisces woman was gonna buy you, she gonna buy it for herself. And then she gonna be with her new boo, and then she gonna come ride past to drop the kids off because you guys got split custody. And she gonna say, "Oh, I'm going out there with your daddy." And then your daddy gonna come outside. Hey man, hey, was you that was her new man right there, man. Hey, he gonna be salty as hell because she gonna be in that BMW that, hey, he was supposed to get. And now she with her new boo. See, you gotta stop, man. That karma, bro, is too much, bro. It's too much. You ain't even gonna want to see her when she got that car that she was gonna buy you. See? That's what I'm saying. You can't mess up with a Pisces, bro. It will cost you. You will lose that Rolex. You would be like, man, I was just so close to that Rolex, man. Damn, can she just give me another chance? No. See? No. It's like, damn, man, I really, you know, some people would do anything to get another chance. See? Now, the next thing is that's why I said a Pisces will not explain themselves any further. Another reason is because of awareness. They are fully aware of you and your BS. Okay. So once a Pisces realizes that, there's no more listening. See, they cut their ear off to you and withdraw emotionally. And then they let the silence teach you a lesson. See, you ain't gonna want to run that cycle back. See, because now you're gonna say, man, I played myself. Man, I had a $250,000 home. I had, beautiful kids and everything. Had my feet kicked up on the couch. Had dinner was ready every day. And now I'm back living in the hood on 4th Street with a it's the truth though. I can't make this up, man. Now you back living in the hood on 4th Street, worried about uh are the Dauphins gonna be trick or treating. Let me stop, man. I'm not funny, bro. I'm not trying to. I apologize, man. For saying that, you guys. Back on the video, okay? Yeah, all right. So, yeah. If so that's the thing. That's the truth, you guys. Like I said, so let's silence teach that person a lesson. See, now, why is this? Okay, now because the self reflection. See that's going to trigger self reflection on that person. See, I'm telling you. Because that's the very thing people do not notice about themselves is their self-reflection. Well, hey, you do something foolish, you look in the mirror, you're gonna see the foolish thing you're currently doing, right? Yeah, self-reflection. So if you lose something, you have to go back and look in the mirror and see it. See? And just see how dumb you look looking in the mirror saying, damn, I cheated. Now how does this look? Now you can't even tell your friend what happened. Because you're embarrassed. Then your friend throws it in your face, man. You a good woman, bro. Man, damn, you fucked, man. You messed up, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I couldn't do it, bro. Yeah, they don't want to hear that, see? Because now that's the truth, you know? Now, now this some bonus content right here, you guys. Uh, what signs get effed over by Pisces the most? See? Now, let's talk about the truth first, okay? So, as I said, Pisces, they don't destroy people on purpose. That's the disclaimer. They destroy illusions. See, people had about them. The people that had these illusions about, oh, that Pisces, all little softy, little guppy fish, and hey, no boundaries, and whoop-de-woo, no backbone. It's for those people thinking like that, thinking stupidly, right? So that is Pisces destroys the illusions that you had about them. See, it's cold-blooded. Now, who is the number one zodiac sign that gets effed over by Pisces the most? Let y'all in the chat and see anybody want to take a good guess. Anybody want to take a good guess? Well, I'll tell you. Virgo. Virgo is the most affected by Pisces. In case you didn't know. In case you didn't know. Why? Because Virgo thinks they can fix everything. So if they piss off Pisces or they mess up and make a mess, they cheat, they think they can go back and, hey, fix it up for Pisces to make it look good again. Nope. See, because understand this, they think that they can optimize Pisces. Ain't that something? I told you, you have to look at Virgo as Dexter's Laboratory. You know how Dexter Laboratory, he always thinks he has some type of intervention, some type of thing that he discovers through theory, and every time he gets an idea, he thinks it's going to work automatically. He always, if you go watch Dexter Laboratory, you will laugh because he's a typical Virgo. See, it's not his sign. Actually, it's not his actual sign. But what I'm saying is, he behaves like a Virgo. So when it comes to the optimization, you can't do that with Pisces, okay? We're not a transformer. Now, I'm going to tell you how it happens, though, because Virgo analyzes while Pisces feels. That's the difference. See, in Virgo, they want logic, but Pisces moves intuitively, see? And did you know that did you know the intuition is 10 times more powerful than logic? A lot of people don't know that. That's why Mercurial signs can't F with Pisces. They can't. See? Even type 2. So don't get it twisted. Now, the next thing is that Virgo nitpicks. They're very nitpicky and critical, right? But Pisces, they internalize. They internalize things. See? Now, this is how they fall out. See, Pisces withdraws silently. Pisces doesn't tell you when they withdraw. See? So it's more like a booby trap. And see, Virgo is left confused by it. They don't see it coming, but this is the thing. Virgo becomes obsessed replaying everything that Pisces did to them. See? Cold-blooded now. There, when this happens, guess what else happens? There's no closure. See? And it's just unanswered questions. So if you have unanswered questions to the Virgo who overanalyzes things anyway, they are the most affected by Pisces. Right or wrong, the number one sign. See? And why is that? Because Virgo, they feel emotionally dismantled, not betrayed. It's cold-blooded. See, Virgo weakness is emotions in the first place. So guess what? When they are dealing with a Pisces, they feel emotionally dismantled. That's cold-blooded. See? And in that itself, they cannot win with Pisces. See? Instead, they get effed over, screwed over in the worst ways. Like, did you know that Virgo is the most vulnerable to a Pisces? In case you didn't know that. That's a secret. Like a Virgo woman will get played by a Pisces because she's too gullible. A Pisces will shred a freaking Virgo, fam. Pisces way too clever, way too strategic, way too just no. He could just, man, I'm talking about walk. He could just walk a dog a leash or whatever, how you want to think about it. He can run a Virgo. See, that's the one that you a. Now number two is Cancer. See, Cancer, yes, very affected by Pisces. Why? Because Cancer bonds emotionally fast. See, it don't take long for a Cancer to try to cling on to you because, hey, their emotions, it's speed, it's fast, it's very quick and early. And see, and then that Cancer assumes permanence. So they automatically assume that, oh, you're my friend for life. You're my friend. You're my best friend. Like, period. You know how they be with the whole vibe and all that type of stuff. But the vibe is a fast emotional response in the first place, in case you didn't know. That's why we have emojis, emoji cons, the little faces with the little expressions. I believe that came from more of a Virgo's energy, okay? Because Virgos behave like one. Now, how does this happen? Because Cancer nurtures, see? And see, Pisces absorbs. So if you see how if a Cancer is nurturing with a Pisces, they're going to absorb. So then Pisces eventually outgrows the dynamic. It's cold-blooded. See, now here's how they fall out. Is the fact that Cancer feels abandoned by Pisces. Why? Because Pisces feels emotionally suffocated. See? And on top of that, it's just like a burning building. If you breathe in all the smoke, you'll, pass out, right? Same thing with a Cancer. When Cancer comes on to a Pisces, they're very smothery with their emotions and, the personality. And they always want to be clingy and cling to the Pisces. A Pisces will try to run to hell. A Pisces will down there bolt and frog splash out of a window to get the hell away from a Cancer that's smothery and clingy, just to get some air, just to get some space. Now, the thing about it is the separation. The separation feels traumatic for a Cancer. See? Just because a Pisces doesn't want to deal with a Cancer on those terms. The smothery, because they feel suffocated. So when that happens, guess what else happens? Cancer feels replaced. See? If you ever notice Cancer when they always crying and whining, They always say, oh, you left me, but you left me alone. You stopped talking to me. We used to hang out every day, and now we hardly hear from each other. That's because there's being smothery. And then when they feel replaced, even when nobody replaced them, because they're just so caught up in their emotions and they just want to have that permanence, that friendship, they want you neck and neck with them, in other words. Now, the next sign is Scorpio. Yes, believe it or not, Scorpio. Why? Because Scorpio wants possessions. See, they want possession over Pisces, and they want emotional. Um, they want the. It's like they want the emotional exclusive. The exclusive type of bond with Pisces. In other words, so how does that happen? Well, Scorpio will test the loyalty of a Pisces. Now, Pisces will feel controlled by a Scorpio. And also, Pisces disappears instead of fighting with Scorpio. See? Now, how does a Scorpio and a Pisces fall out? Well, Scorpio feels outplayed. See? Because you're actually doing something that they would do. You beat them to it, Pisces, because you disappear without closure, without saying anything. So then that Scorpio feels outplayed. And then the power dynamics, they collapse between the two of you. And then the Scorpio obsesses over unanswered questions, see, from the Pisces. And then on top of that, Scorpio hates not knowing things, in case you didn't know. See? And that is the Pisces is the only sign that Scorpio can't manipulate. Because Pisces under under any type of situation, they're not going to tell their secrets. See, they don't share their secrets. They won't do it. And see, Scorpio hates not knowing things because Pisces keeps things from Scorpio. See, so Scorpio hates not knowing things more than losing. It's cold-blooded. See, because that Pisces takes the control away from Scorpio, and then Scorpio doesn't know where to strike with Pisces because they're not in the loop. They don't know what's going on. See? So by then it's too late to even try to strike later. It wouldn't make sense. But that's how they end up falling out. Now, the next sign, Gemini. See? Now, why? Because Gemini plays with words and Pisces listens to energy. That's the difference. So how does this happen? Well, Geminis, they flirt mentally. See? Pisces, they bond emotionally. And on top of this, the signals between the air sign, Gemini, and Pisces, the water sign, the signals, they get crossed. See? So there is no flow, there is no frequency, there's no compatibility. So the fallout, this is how they fall out. Gemini feels misunderstood by Pisces. See? And then on the vice versa, Pisces feels misled by Gemini. And then what happens is that Pisces exits quietly from Gemini. So what does this make? How does this make Gemini feel? Ghosted. See? And then Pisces feels relieved. See? Because Pisces, once they come across a Gemini, it's not going to last long. See? They come around for a short time, not a long time. And the next sign is Leo. Leo is actually and these are the most, okay? These are the most. Now, the next one is Leo. Leo wants admiration. They want attention. They want praise. And see, Pisces gives empathy, not attention. So that's already a whole different, way of doing things. Now, how does this happen? Is the fact that Leo takes center stage, as we all know. Pisces, they slowly fade into the background. But what ends up happening, there's an emotional imbalance that forms between the both of them. And what causes the fallout, how they get into it, is the fact that Pisces detaches. Remember I said it's way worse than Aquarius. And how do we know that to be true? Because it's the opposite polarity of Leo. See? So you already know if a Pisces detaches, and why are all these people feeling screwed over and hey, you ghosted me and hey, this has to be in the worst way. See? So but I understand it's very controversial in some aspects, but for the most part, I never saw I've never saw a Pisces ever come back after ghosting. That's the difference. Most time Aquarius comes back. See, they just try to come back and act like they don't know what's going on because once they get in their emotions, they try to detach from that emotional situation. Then they try to come back and then they try to separate them. See, they try to separate their emotions from what they're feeling because they get overwhelmed by it. So that's the difference. Pisces ain't got to have no emotion to detach. Pisces just leave because Pisces is just unpredictable. They could just leave because somebody stank or hey, a situation just ain't it. It's boring. Pisces is out of there. That's how Pisces don't have to have an emotional reason and all that bull crap. Pisces just done with it when they don't want to deal with it anymore. Now, Leo, like I say, when Pisces detach, Leo feels unseen and rejected. So if Pisces not giving Leo the admiration and hey, all that attention and whatnot, which Pisces can't. They only good at giving the empathy. They don't have time to be doing any attention, blowing smoke up people's behinds all day. And see, Leo feels abandoned without any explanation. Now, we're gonna talk about the signs that usually survive Pisces better, okay? And that's Taurus, because why? Taurus is grounded and look, more stable. So where the stability is, it's almost like that's good for Pisces. So when they stabilize Pisces because they're grounded, that's without even controlling them at all. So it's like they both just get along. Now, Capricorn is the next one that survives better with Pisces, and because they respect the whole emotional distancing and they don't chase each other. See, they don't chase each other for closure. See, it's almost like they get alone, they give each other space where space is deserved or whatnot, or required. Now, the next one is Aquarius. Believe it or not, Aquarius, as I mentioned, they detach enough not to personalize Pisces withdrawal. See, so that tells you that they come back. See, they come back after they detach. Pisces doesn't. So that's why I said Pisces detaches in the most um vicious way, if that makes sense. Now, and then you just ask yourself this, why does this keep happening, you guys? It's because Pisces don't leave when things are bad. That's why I said Pisces are very unpredictable when they leave. Or when they, like I say, when they ghost a situation. But they leave when they're when they have emotionally outgrown a situation. See? Because when a Pisces has fully outgrown the connection, that's when they leave. See? It's not because, oh, I'm mad or hey, things got real bad. No, that's not what it is. So by the time other people notice it, Pisces already processed the ending. It's cold-blooded. See? Pisces processed the ending. See? And the ending needs to happen. Why? Because of the new beginning. See? For things to be better, hey, they start off worse first. And then Pisces ends that. So everybody, hey, when they flip the page, it's a new chapter. Now, the next thing I have is so I say this. So the signs that Pisces regrets hurting the most, and I know y'all know who this is. See, Pisces only regret hurting people that they felt safe with. So the number one sign that they feel bad for, you know what I'm saying, they may regret hurting the most is Taurus. See, Taurus is the only one. It's because of three things. Because Taurus are stable, they keep a job, they work overtime, they take care of family, they take care of roof, put a roof, like they're very stable, loyal, and patient. They're very patient. Now, why Pisces regrets it is because Taurus love without pressure. See, because they wanted to. And then on top of that, Pisces realizes that it's too late. That it's too late because remember I said a Pisces rather has what, peace than happiness. So that's when a Pisces will realize that and say, okay, it's too late. That peace is rare to have. So that's why they will feel regret for hurting Taurus. Now they will also feel regret. Now, there's one more thing. So, like I said, they will feel now that see, Cancer can make a Pisces feel bad after the fact. And a lot of times they can also do this to most signs. I know a lot of y'all may know this already, but you okay, you said Aquarius, blueberry, your Aquarius with a Gemini partner. Oh, okay, yeah, that's because y'all both air signs. Yeah, definitely. Oh, what's going on, Ty? I ain't seen you in a long time. You said can and Evolve be friends who? China is I hope that's you, right? I ain't seen you in a minute, but yeah, who you said can who? Evolve Gemini be friends? Yeah, Cancer, so yeah, definitely Pisces and Scorpio are a match, but it's just that you just have to make sure that you guys actually, talk about everything as far as the control aspects, because sometimes Scorpio wants to know everything. And a lot of times they, like I say, they always want to be in charge of the bank account. They always want to be in charge of where the money is. See, because they want to know everything. They want to be able to see, and where the transactions are, what's being paid for, what's going on. Because Scorpio, they have that trust. They get paranoid about trusting people. Like, so if they get into a relationship, a lot of times with a Pisces, they always want to be in control of most things, like paying the bills and all that type of stuff, so they can see that that they're the only ones in the situation. In case. And then another thing too, if everything was to go bad, sometimes they want to be in positions where they can use those things as weaponry. So you gotta be careful. Now, the next one, like I say, Cancer. A Pisces can feel they can regret hurting a Cancer because of the deep emotional bond that they had. Also, Pisces will also remember of the genuine care between the two of you, because you got to understand Cancer is very nurturing. See, so they have that hospitality. You come over, they'll cook you a hot meal. They'll talk to you about a whole bunch of stuff. That you probably got pent up inside of you. Far as far as you being able to vent to them, they'll listen to you, hear you out, and then, like, let's say if you're a friend of that Cancer, and let's say you lost your place to stay. Sometimes Cancers nurture you. They might actually let you live with them. They might be like, hey, just give me like 200 a month, or whatever it is, and you could stay here. So a lot of times people look at the Cancer like the mother, somebody that looks after someone and, hey, wants to see you, kind of like mother hen. Mother hen is like all the chicks, that the chicks, um, what I'm trying to say. It's like the chicken in her chicks, and then all of a sudden it's like she'll try to nurture you until you can fly on your own, basically. So why Pisces regrets it is because Cancer loved Pisces when they were broken. See, so sometimes if Pisces has hit rock bottom, and let's say they come across a Cancer, they become friends. Sometimes that's why Pisces will regret what they did if they heard of the cancer, because the cancer was there since day one, like when that Pisces hit rock bottom and whatnot, took them in. And then all of a sudden, if a Pisces hurts a cancer, they like, man, I feel bad because that cancer had my back when I was down and out, when, their husband left them or their wife left them. And, they were the only ones that was like around. So that could be the, one major thing. Now, Virgo, yes, indeed, a Pisces can regret hurting a Virgo because, they tried to help. See, not control at first, but believe it or not, Virgo always likes, if a Virgo suggests anything to you, they like you secretly. And a lot of times when, Pisces remembers that, hey, the Virgo tried to help, not control at first, sometimes what Pisces will regret about the whole situation is that Virgo saw potential before Pisces believed in themselves. See, 'cause a lot of times they are very analytical, so they can see, hey, they can see and predict how something's going to turn out before a Pisces like, hey, before I even believed in myself, damn, you believed in me before I believed in myself. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I kind of feel bad for hurting you, man. Damn. You know? So sometimes you gotta look at that because Virgo, it's like, hey, they know how to use that practicality, man. It hit different. You know what I'm saying? They're very practical. Now, another thing is that ultimately Pisces regrets the ones who love them quietly. See, the ones who love them in silence. See, and the signs, like I say, Pisces never really emotionally recover from. And these connections, like I say, can leave spiritual scars, is Scorpio. See, so yeah, Scorpio and Pisces get along, but Scorpio could be Pisces' worst enemy. See, yes. And see, Scorpio, why is this? Because Scorpio is, their intensity is on 10. See, they have high intensity within their personality in itself. See, now, why is this? Because of Mars and Pluto aspects. And, it's hard to not notice anyone that radiates like that, especially in the Aries. Doesn't matter if they're, a good Aries or a bad Aries. Don't matter how they were raised. Just like a Scorpio. You see, the thing about a Scorpio is that their energy is unsettling. See? So you feel them coming. You can actually see them when they walk through a door, you can feel it. That's how intense they are. They can either, when they talk, they can like, they may curse a lot. They might say something like, and it's like to the third degree. It's like, dang, bro, you saying them cuss words like they actually like they actually big words are like, how a person would use big words. They could just be vicious with the cuss words, but it's like you could feel it like, dang, bro, you really, really angry, or you really just like cussing up a storm, you know? And then on top of that, they have that soul bond energy. So because they're very magnetic. So why is that? Because Scorpio saw Pisces shadow and then loved them anyway. So when Scorpio sees the darkness in Pisces, the difference is Scorpio won't judge you for it, Pisces. See, other signs will, try to, tear you down and nitpick and say, oh, but you're doing this, you're doing that, you're saying that, you won't say it, and you do it. Where Scorpio's like, hey, I see all your darkness and your shadow side, but hey, I still love you. See, that's the difference. Now, Aquarius, Aquarius has the emotional distance, as I mentioned, and then the mental stimulation. So why is that? Because Pisces never figures out what went wrong with Aquarius. See, every time y'all get into it, y'all can't even remember what happened, what set y'all apart. It's like both of y'all end up trying to scrape and scramble and try to figure out what really happened. And then Leo is almost like the warmth that was there. See, because yes, you will feel it with Leo. You will feel the warmth, and then on top of that, you will feel the devotion. See, so it feel like somebody that's just like you, just as creative and whatnot. And why is this? Because Pisces misses how Leo made them feel special. See, because Leo will make the devotion that Leo gives, the love, it feels genuine. And it is genuine most of the time. And a lot of times it make a Pisces feel special, see? Because Leo is like the most generous zodiac sign. So Leo can really bless you in different ways that other zodiac signs won't, see? And like Leo goes all out, see? They buy you a gift, they buy you a good gift. They're not all cheap with it. You know, they'll go buy you a Christian Dior pair of pants and a matching t-shirt and the shoes to go with it. And it's like they'll buy you something that they'll buy for themselves. So that's love, and that's being very generous. But other signs don't go all out like that. And see, that's why you can't judge them and be like, oh, they just want attention and all that, whoop de woo. Because they share the attention with the people they love, like the people, their friends and whatnot. They actually look out for you. So don't forget it. They actually can have your back too. My girlfriend is a Leo. See, the only reason I think me and her even like are together is because of my Sagittarius stellium. That's the only thing. I got a little fire in my chart, and I think that's the only reason why. Now, Pisces, like I say, they don't explain when they leave a situation. See? Now, quick reasons. I gotta grab my charger. Let me see. It's a 3-hour live, man. It's supposed to be. Find my damn charger. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, so I need old school chargers, man. All right, so okay, so the thing about it is the Pisces never chase the ones that they, even if the ones they can't forget about, they're still not gonna chase. See? Now, why Pisces, like I say, why Pisces always look like the villain in most situations is because they don't tell people when they leave a situation. So that all automatically makes them look like the villain in the situation. Also because they leave silently, which is, it kind of like goes with along with that. And also they don't defend themselves in the way that you think that that they would. And see, a lot of times they may let others control the narrative. But if you still notice that I said why they always look like the villain, and did you know that even if a person is not defending themselves, they can still be considered the villain? It's cold-blooded, see? A lot of people think that you're supposed to fight like everybody else does. No. See, Pisces can be passive. So they may appear to be weak, but that can be an illusion, see? And Pisces can destroy illusions like no other. So as soon as you think that, oh, that Pisces is some way, or hey, you expect them to be a certain way to do a certain thing, that's where you might get hit in such a way that you don't even see it coming. Almost like David and Goliath. You get hit by you get hit by something and it's like a little pebble and it knocks you out and it's like, hey, I didn't know that Pisces was equipped like that. See? But the Pisces outsmarted you because a Pisces didn't react when you thought they would. And see, another thing is that a Pisces, they may process their emotions privately. See, that's what you don't see. See, you don't see when a Pisces actually has processed their emotions privately. You think that other people that would do it openly, but it's different with Pisces. So that's why you can't see or gauge when they're vulnerable or not. See, you don't know if they're vulnerable. And on top of that, a Pisces can detach before leaving a situation. See? So now you wonder why the Pisces never cared because they already detached. So the moral of the story is the fact that Pisces don't fight back. They vanish. And that's worse than anything you could do. And most villains do that anyway, even when we watch movies. Every time the enemy, let's say, every time villains, depart from a situation after fighting, the heroes, They vanish. They disappear. See? And it's like, hey, they control the fight because it's like, hey, you can't fight anymore because I left. See? Now, and it's like they left as though they do it as if they weren't already there. See? So it's almost like you just pretty much was fighting in your sleep or fighting in a dream of your own. Which that's how Pisces makes it feel like, in other words. Now, the thing about it is, let me, after me saying all of that, the next thing is that how does Pisces test people without knowing them? See? How does a Pisces test you without knowing? And a lot of times it's because a Pisces observe more than they speak. See? You don't, and that's the thing why you got to be very careful, because you don't know what that Pisces saw. Because you don't know what they are aware of. Because you don't know. They never told you. And see, the thing about it is, a Pisces tests people in so many different types of ways you wouldn't even think of. One way is a Pisces can pull back emotionally. See, that's one test. Another test is that a Pisces can say, oh, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong, when they're not. Hey, another way a Pisces can test you is by watching your reactions to vulnerability. See, because a Pisces can gauge your vulnerability, they can see where you're weak at. And see, another thing is that a Pisces can test you by seeing who respects your boundaries. So they will watch how your mother responds to you. They will watch how how your father responds to you. How does your brother talk to you? How does your other friends talk to you or deal with you? See? Yes, Pisces is very smart like that. Now, another thing, Pisces will also not ask for your help. See? That's another test. See? And now, another thing is that if you failed any of this, if you fail any of these tests from Pisces, then you were never told. See? You were never told. A Pisces that if you failed, they're not gonna tell you you failed. It's cold-blooded, man. It's a secret that you failed and didn't realize it. Now, another thing is the moment that the Pisces emotionally detached. A lot of y'all might be trying to figure out when did they emotionally detach. I didn't know. I don't know when they actually detach from the situation, because once it happens, it's already what? It's already over. See? Signs. I always said it. Short replies. No more emotional investment. See? Less eye contact. They don't even want to look at you. More time alone. And then all of a sudden, there's peace. That's all it is. Just peace and quiet. Just peace. See? And why is that? Because Pisces doesn't break up. They disconnect. That's why you can never expect a Pisces to break up with you like everybody else. You wonder why the Pisces didn't break it off with you and tell you why they're leaving you alone. They don't break up. They just disconnect. Disconnect means you have cell phone service, but hey, you didn't pay the bill at the phone. It just get cut off. That's it. You don't have no more access to make any calls. Hey, your service is cut off. Unless you got Wi-Fi, use Google Voice. But hey, who gonna really think about that until the service is off? But y'all catch my point. Now, the thing about it, like I say, another thing is the fact that remember, when Virgo, they are mentally affected the most. Okay, mentally, and this is in regard to, hey, why do people feel effed over? Virgo is because they're mentally affected. See, and Virgo always wants to talk everything through because they have the mercurial aspect. It's almost like they have that battery in their back. They always want to talk it through. But what does Pisces do? They close the store early. They shut down, and then all of a sudden, hey, Virgo actually ends up having to shut up. You know, they can't talk it through. See, and then on top of that, Virgo always likes to fix things. See, so they offer solutions like, hey, how about we do this? Hey, let's go get a sub sandwich. Hey, let's go do this. But Pisces, when they hear Virgos doing that, they hear judgment. See, because Pisces is like, how do you know that why do you think, assume that that I need a sub sandwich? Or, hey, why do you know, Pisces like, oh, you judging me based off of what you see, because you think that, oh, I need something fixed. See, now the thing about it is Virgo will always ask logical questions. See, and then what does Pisces do? Pisces answers emotionally, and that's the whole, when I said they're crossed, is they don't even hear each other. They don't even understand each other because they communicate very differently. Since Virgo wants clarity, Pisces, hey, they just go quiet. You know, Virgo wanna make sense of everything. Pisces is like, hey, ain't no sense to even understand. Hey, I'm not saying nothing. See, Virgo replays the conversations back to back to back. Virgo's the type of zodiac sign that likes to, hear the messages in the voicemail, see how you said something, and hey, they'll replay your message back to back, back to back. And Pisces is already detached. See, Pisces ain't finna play no voicemails back. Virgo, like I say, they believe that communication fixes everything. They think that it's more practical to do it like that. Pisces, hey, believes in intuition. And hey, believes intuition already answered it already. See? That's why Pisces won't add to it. Pisces won't add to it because the intuition already said it already. See? Remember I said Pisces, they hone into the intuition. The intuition says something, and it is so. Pisces can't add to it, can't put nothing else on it, because that's what the intuition said only. And that's what goes. See? Now, another thing is that Virgo, they feel abandoned because the problem is not fixed to them. It's not solved. And see, because of that whole solution not taking place, that Virgo likes to have things fixed, see, before moving on to the next. But then Pisces feels done explaining things, doesn't even want to even, there's no way for a Pisces to explain something when a Virgo wants that situation to be resolved. Now, Cancer, they are the most emotionally hurt. See, Cancer feels like, oh, I nurtured Pisces during a low point in their life. Pisces heals and changes things. See, you're a new person. You are a new version of yourself. Now there's a new beginning, and now you will do new things. See, so then that's how Pisces will transform you after they heal you. And see, a Pisces no longer needs emotional caretaking. See, so once Pisces gets what they need from a Cancer, they don't need anything else. They disregard any more help. See, but you almost become Cancer's baby, in other words, to them. So it's almost like a Cancer could be considered the mother hen, but really she doesn't really she doesn't really feel like you should fly away just because, oh, you don't need no more caretaking. Because she likes to keep her babies close to her. That's the difference. Cancers, yeah, they want to keep nurturing you forever. There's like, oh, let that little chick, grow its wings and fly away to live on its own. No. Cancer is like, no, you can fly away, but your ass ain't going nowhere. Like, you still finna be right here with me. See? So it's almost like the mother stays. See? Only she picks and chooses when you fly away. So you got to be careful, because Cancer, hey, the clinginess thing, it hits different, and it's because of the emotional bonding that takes place with the Cancer. Now, another thing is Like I say, Pisces pulls away, and then Cancer feels used and replaced. So they feel abandoned. So that's why. In case anybody wanted me to break that down further. Now, like I say, and the whole reason why Cancer won't just let her chicks fly away, or the people that she, that she nurtures, is because of the emotional investment that was placed. See, people do not play with their investments emotionally. They put a lot of emotions into you. They build you up at that low point that you were at. Hell gonna break loose if you try to fly away. See, now you feeling better? Oh no, you can't leave me. They like, hey, I'm the one that put you on. You was down in the dumps when I met you, Pisces. See, but that's what Cancer, they can get in their feelings and their emotions about. Okay, they can actually feel replaced when they're actually not. See, that's cold blooded. It's almost like as soon as you don't want to spend that much time with them anymore, like you used to, they gonna feel it. You don't come over anymore. I cooked the greens and the cabbage. I put, some strawberry cake. I had some chocolate. We even had some Napoleon ice cream set aside. And I know that's your favorite ice cream. That's your favorite cake. And you didn't show up. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm hurt. Oh man, I'm so hurt. Oh, you really hurt me, such and such. And you don't normally do that. See how it's like, man, you gonna be, and that Cancer is not gonna let up, fam. See? They gonna be in their feelings until they see you again, and they gonna bring it up again, and they gonna be like, you gonna be feeling like, damn, did this just happen? That happened a long time ago. But okay, so the next thing is Pisces. Is not that Pisces doesn't appreciate it from Cancer. Pisces is very grateful. They feel very grateful, but they feel complete. See, that's why they be like, okay, I don't need no more help. Okay, I'm good now. I'm good. Thank you. But hey, I feel complete now. I don't feel like I need any more, help. So that's why I said a Pisces will feel suffocated. Now, Scorpio is triggered by Pisces. That's the difference. Scorpio, out of all the signs, they are the most triggered by Pisces. Why? Because Scorpio tests loyalty. See, and when a Pisces ghosts or they don't answer something, that's when Scorpio feels they feel triggered like no other, because they're like, hey, this doesn't feel good. Like you basically dealing with them like you don't trust them. They can feel all that. See, very intense. And then Pisces senses control with Scorpio. So that's why Pisces oftentimes doesn't want to talk to Scorpio about anything. And then Pisces withdraws silently. And then Scorpio pushes even harder. They push even harder. Then what happened? Pisces just disappears. See? Because it's almost feel like Scorpio seeks emotional ownership over Pisces. They try to control Pisces like a damn controller on a damn video game console. And see, Pisces just seeks the emotional freedom. See, they just want to be emotionally free. And also, that's the thing. Pisces doesn't want to feel trapped. So that's why they escape. So that's how they end. Now, with Gemini, they are the most confused by Pisces. See? And that's the thing. But examples is like Gemini, as we know, they mentally flirt. They flirt and they joke around a lot. That's what they like to do. They like to keep things very lighthearted and fun. And see, Pisces, like they bond deeply because of the feeling of the connection. And they like to merge. And see, Gemini switches the energy constantly. They switch the energy. So Pisces senses that and knows that it's inconsistency, okay, that takes place. And that's why Pisces ghosts, that's why Pisces will ghost a Cancer. I mean, Gemini, excuse me. And see, why is this? Because Gemini communicates with words. That's what I was saying. They communicate with words. And then and Pisces communicates with energy. See? Now, the next thing is Leo, like I say, the difference And this is all related to the modality. So when it comes to Leo, a fire sign, they are the most rejected by Pisces. See, because Leo feels like they are the one that shines. And see, Pisces supports quiet, they support people quietly. Not like, hey, allow celebration, a boom, 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 hey, 4th of July type of celebration. And see, Pisces feels unseen when they are around a Leo. See, they feel invisible when they are around a Leo. So that makes Pisces detached. See, separate themselves from Leo. And then Leo feels abandoned behind it without warning. See, but the thing about it is, Leo expects visible appreciation from Pisces. See, it's almost like Pisces claps the loudest in the room out of everybody. So when Pisces doesn't, oh, that Leo gonna be in their feelings like heavy. Well, Pisces, you didn't clap when, hey, I walked across the stage. It was my graduation. You didn't even clap. Well, shit, it was 100 people in the damn. It was 100 people with you. How the hell you spot me out of 100 people that I didn't clap? Well, it's just like you kind of like, I didn't really see you and, enthused and like, into it like everybody. Man, go on with that. Just sometimes Leo really be paying attention to the energy behind, that whole, clap for me celebration. They want that loud, twerking and bang, bang, boogie and all that type of stuff going on. They want the Megan Thee Stallion horse there so they can ride on that and, hey, show off because they feel like, hey, it's my show. So if they don't get that from Pisces, it's like, hey, a Pisces just doesn't want to, feel invisible in the situation. And hey, yes, Pisces, they give the invisible devotion. So they rather be with a Leo when it's just you and them. Like, hey, it's just me and you. Let's go get some food together. Let's go get some ice cream. Let's go for a walk. Let's just be us two. But hey, every time you try to get around a damn Leo, they have an entourage. They have a whole camp of people around them all the time, 24/7. And it's like, damn, why do you always gotta have a why you always gotta have all your little stooges with you every time we meet? Pisces gets tired of that. And hey, sometimes the Pisces just detaches and just stops giving and hey, it just leaves. Leo alone altogether. Now, Leo didn't even notice the giving. That's the cold-blooded thing about it. When Pisces was giving them stuff, the Leo didn't even notice. Because they're self-absorbed. See? All they care about is them. See? They're not even looking at you can give them some nice stuff too, Pisces. And they don't even see it. They ain't even appreciative over the stuff you gave them. It's like, hey, I got you some Bath and Body Works. They kind of like, oh, thank you. And it's like saying it all dry and shit. Like, come on, bro. I spent money on that. Oh well, I mean, this ain't the first time I got some Bath and Body. Okay, well, give it back to me then. Shit, you ungrateful son of a gun. You know. And then, like I say, why is a Pisces seem cold afterwards? Because, hey, Pisces doesn't, hey, no arguing. Hey, the Pisces not going to try to defend themselves. Hey, a Pisces not going to try to seek closure. And a Pisces not going to try to explain before they exit. So, hey, what does this all mean? Pisces, hey, looks peaceful afterwards. See? And why? It's because Pisces process their emotions internally. See, I told you. Yeah, a lot of y'all thought I was bullcripping. I told you guys that Pisces processes their emotions just like they absorb others. It's cold-blooded. See, it's cold-blooded. So a Pisces has to use the cosmic sponge of which they absorb from others' people's emotions. That's how they process their own internal emotions. So that's why you have to keep your sponge clean for your own stuff, for your own emotions early. See, because by the time a Pisces process their emotions internally and leave, then the grief has already passed, The cleaner your sponge, the faster. That's how it is. Hey, the cleaner your sponge is that's the faster you get through the situation and past the grief, and now you back into the peaceful mindset. See, because now you're not absorbing other people's emotions, so that allows your filter to be clean and pure. See, but it gets clogged up when you constantly absorbing everybody, you filling off everybody 24/7. Then you don't have enough filtering for your own emotions. So that's something that can help. And then on top of that, you do this so fast, Pisces, that others are just starting to feel it. See, they're just starting to feel your emotions, but you've already processed and you're already over it. That's why you are silent. You're already over it already. They're still, it's almost like you're 5 steps ahead of them. They're just now feeling the emotion. You already over it already. You already processed everything internally. And what does this mean? As I'm doing my hand like this, cycle. See, you've already processed the cycle, and now you're on to the next thing already. They're still thinking about shoulda, coulda, woulda, and hey, he did this and he did that. It's like, man, I'm already over all that. That's why I'm quiet. That's why I'm not saying anything. There's nothing else to be said. It's already over. See, now another thing too, Pisces already accepted it. They accepted the new change, the new thing that must happen. See, because they're mostly done with the past situation. Now, I want to know everybody's sign, like I say, which part of the segment, hit you the hardest. I appreciate everybody still here, still listening. And as you guys know, these are real life scenarios, okay? Of how people feel effed over by Pisces. And like I say, this is in regards to relationships, dating, friendships. It applies to all of that. So just know that this is how Pisces are. Yes, a Pisces can fall in love emotionally, yes, but they can also leave you spiritually. See? So yeah, once the soul disconnects, then the romance, it won't survive. It can't. See? It won't survive. So like, comment, share, subscribe. I love y'all. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching.